morning, everyone. I'm Agnes Durrow, and we interrupt with some breaking news this morning. A shelter in place has been issued for a 1-mile radius from the Westlake exit off Interstate 10. This after a chemical release at a Westlake industrial facility. Officials have not confirmed which facility is involved. We're told a possible hazardous cloud has formed. Now, traffic on I-10 is being diverted to I-210. Now, we have some rules to follow for when sheltering in place. First, go inside. Don't leave until you're told it's safe to do so. If your children are in school, their protection will be provided by school officials. Step 2, shut your doors and windows. You want to keep the contaminated air on the outside. Step 3, turn off heating, cooling, or ventilation systems such as central units, window and attic fans. All of these systems bring in air from the outside. And step 4, watch KPLC for updates. We'll be on air and on our website and social media sites with updates as they come in. Again, we do have crews that are working to gather more information about this breaking news. Shelter in place has been issued for a 1-mile radius from the Westlake exit off Interstate 10. This after a chemical release from an as yet unnamed facility. We, of course, are following this. We have several crews on the scene, and we will gather more information for you. Until then, you can join us for 7 News at noon, where we'll have complete updates and more coverage.
Yahoo 7. Big heads up for folks that are in Louisiana around Westlake, I-10, that has been shut down. They're saying that there is a chemical cloud in the air that you can see in the image. At first they were saying possibly, but it's rather obvious. This cloud is in the air. A shelter in place has been issued by OHSEP. State police said that there's a 1-mile radius from the Westlake exit that has been shut down after this incident. We don't know what's caused it. I-10 shut down. Traffic is being diverted to 210. Now, Trooper First Class Derek Senegal, Troop D's and authorities believe the leak is in an area just south of I-10 in Westlake, where Biolab is located. Although it is not necessarily emanating from Biolab, authorities are working to find the source of the leak. A visible vapor cloud is in the area. And they say that they're monitoring the air, and they have confirmed high levels of chlorine in the air. Phillips 66 has said that it has ordered the evacuation of contractors and non-essential personnel due to an off-site release. They say that they received several reports of eye and nose irritation along with this chlorine smoke. Phillips 66 spokesman Megan Hartman said the release is not coming from Phillips 66. So they do not know at this point where this is coming from or what it is exactly. Although they have already found trace amounts of chlorine in the air and people are having reactions to this chemical. This is a big heads up for folks that are down there. Rules for shelter in place are as followed: to go inside, to shut doors and windows, to turn off heating, cooling, and other ventilation systems, and then tune in to your local news for more updated information. So make sure you're sheltering in place. Reach out to friends and family in this area that can be affected by this. You can tell them to shut off their ventilation because this can be seeping into their homes. I will update with more information via Twitter and Instagram as I get it. Follow me there. Hit that that subscribe button. This has been Double 7. Stay safe.
Shalom. All praise Yahweh Shemir Shabashim Kakadash. Honors that elders and apostle men in truth, one down regarding truth and knowledge. The Wadi Abashim Yeshua, for and put the spirit of elders and apostle men in truth, one down. Call Yahbashim Shabashim Kakadash. Give all praise Yahweh Shemir Shabashim Kakadash, relating to a chemical fumes in the air relating to Westlake area of Louisiana. So different reports, W7 of 2 other reports. Let me read the information. Chlorine leak from biolab in Louisiana. Let me see. The information was read. Shelter in place bin issued by OSEP and state police in 1 mile radius from the Westlake exit after a possible chemical cloud was spotted in Westlake area. I-10 has been shut down and traffic is being diverted to 210. Trooper First Class Derek Senegal with Trooper D said authorities believe the leak is in the area of south of I-10 in Westlake, where a biolab is located, although it is not necessarily emanating from the biolab. Authorities are working to find the source of the leak. Visible vapor cloud in the area, Senegal also said air monitoring readings confirm high levels of chlorine in the air. So pretty much the high, chlorine gas leak, man. A chlorine chemical gas leak. Phillips 66 has said that it has ordered the evacuation of contractors and non-essential personnel due to the offset release. They say they have received several reports of eye and nose irritation along with the chlorine smell. Phillips 66 spokesman Megan Hartman said the release is not coming from Phillips 66. So there's different reports relating to that. Get some scriptures real quick. That was Diablo 7. Another video relating to on YouTube, and also K7. Also, KPL 7 News, Dabu 7, and YouTube Rely Alert Reports video. relating to them. All right, let me get some scripture real quick, something quick. Proverbs 24. For their heart, which is their mind, study of destruction, and their lips talk of mischief, which is deceit. It's the wicked. All these incidents with these chemicals and stuff with the trains and different things, derailments. Seeing a lot of chemical stuff happening. He that deviseth goes to plan, coordinating and planning. He that deviseth to do evil shall be called a mischievous person, man. Mischief, it goes to one who's pretty much up to no good or out to do harm, serious harm. That relates to the wicked, man. I'll read it again. He that deviseth to do evil shall be called a mischievous person, man. I'm going to get it from GNT. Let's see what it says from there. One of the different versions. Number 2. This is GNT. Causing trouble is all they ever think about. So in their mind, that goes to study in their mind. In their mind and their thoughts, all they think about is to do certain things that's pretty much nefarious, causing trouble. We read that again. Causing trouble is all they ever think about. And I want to go to Proverbs 4:16 too. Causing trouble is all they ever think about. That goes to studying, calculating, thinking about what they can do next. Every time they open their mouth, someone is going to get hurt, and that goes to pretty much the deceit related to the mischief and deceit, man. Deception. Let's go to number. GNT. We'll read down to number verse 8. If you always plan in evil, planning goes to devise, you will earn a reputation as a troublemaker. And that goes to a mischievous person. That's another word for a mischievous person, a troublemaker, a trouble starter, one who likes to cause mischief or to do harm, man, and not in a playful way, man. That's the GNT relating to Proverbs 24. Let's go to 4:16 of Proverbs. Can get the regular KJV, then when I go to the GNT. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and that mischief goes to doing harm, man. Remember, they are a mischievous person, man. And their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So their purpose is to do mischief and cause harm, man. And they don't rest and they don't sleep until that gets done, man. Until that gets accomplished, man. Number 17. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. So wickedness and violence pretty much is their forte, man. That's what they that relates to the wicked, man. I want to get it from GNT. Get it from a GNT, see what it says. 4:16 and 17. The wicked people cannot sleep unless they have done something wrong. So they cannot sleep until they do bad, man. Until they do things that's to harm, man. They lie awake unless they have hurt someone. So that means they don't sleep until they accomplish to do harm, man. And wickedness and violence are like food and a drink to them. That goes to that bread of violence and that wine of that bread of the bread of wickedness and the violence of wine, man. So it's like a delight. It's like food to them, man. It's like a delight, something, a treat to them, man, to do these things, man. That's the GNT. Another scripture, diligent search. Let's go to Psalm 64. Psalm 64 and 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, man. Secret counsel is the ones who go behind the scenes to what? To devise and coordinate and plan to do certain things, man. Insurrection goes to a violent uprising relating to the workers of iniquity, which is the wicked, man. Number 3, who whet their tongues like swords, so their tongues is like a weapon, man, and bent their bows to shoot arrows, even bitter words, man, that they may shoot at the secret, may shoot in secret at the perfect, which is the righteous. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not, man. 5, they encourage themselves, so they're motivated and encouraged relating to evil matters. Don't get it. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune, laying snares privily, like that's traps. They say, who shall see them? So pretty much they saying, who's going to see me? Who sees me doing what I'm doing, man? The scripture talks about the Lord's eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, which are the angels. The Lord's eyes are the angels, the eyes and ears on the earth, man. That's the angels. So the question to that, the answer to that is, the Lord's angels see that, man. Number 6. They search out iniquities which is ultimately sins. They accomplish a diligent search. When they accomplish a diligent search, they thoroughly investigate, research before they ultimately implement what they want to do, man. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and their heart is deep, and that goes to their mind, man. The inward thoughts of every one of them, the ones who coordinate and devise, and their heart is deep, which is their mind, man. But God shall shoot at them with arrows, suddenly shall they be wounded, man. So ultimately, whatever they devise, the Lord will allow them to do to a certain point, but He's not going to allow them to do it to completely. You know, He's not going to allow them to fulfill completely. He'll allow them to do up to a certain part, man. He'll allow them to do, you know, because ultimately the Lord controls both the left and the right side anyway. So the Lord controls that left side anyway. I'm going to get that same in the scriptures. I'm going to get it from a GNT. We'll go to Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice. So if it's righteous, people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, and beareth goes to tolerating, suffering, enduring, man. When the wicked beareth rule, people mourn. So when the wicked are in a position of power, you know, the people are mourning, man. That's Proverbs 29:2. They're mourning because they're in a position of power. You know, they control everything, run everything, man. And when they're in a position of power, even the earth is mourning. Chemicals in the air, chemtrails, poisons in the food and water. You know, I mean, all different things. And a good example of that, these trees, man. These trees are bare and thin. You know, I mean, they're not full, man. They should be a lot full. You know, I mean, it should be a lot fuller, you know, but they're thin. You know, they're thin because of the poisons and different things. The earth is unstable, and it's not in balance, man. It's throwing from an eco aspect, everything is off sync. Scripture talks about the foundations are out of course, man. And part of these foundations relates to you know, the balance of the earth, man. The equilibrium, the ecological equilibrium is off of the earth, man. And that's why you're seeing, but that's because the wicked is in a position of authority, man. So their position of authority, everything's messed up, man. Proverbs 29:2 again. When the righteous are in authority, people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, people mourn. Go to Psalm 64 and GNT. This is a GNT here. Protect me from the plots of the wicked, which goes to the schemes, the ploys, and the mobs of evil people, when that goes to insurrections. They sharpen their tongues like a sword, so their tongues are like a weapon, man. And aim cruel words like arrows, man. And the cruel words are bitter words. They are quick to spread their shameless lies, man. That goes to the deceit and deception, man. They destroy good people with cowardly slander, man. The slander goes to the lies, man. Who's the good people? Related to the righteous, man. just and righteous. They encourage each other in evil plots. So they encourage one another. They motivate and encourage one another relating to their plots, their schemes. They talk about where they place their traps. No one can see them, they say. And that's that pride. That pride has deceived thee, man. Number 6, they make evil plans and say, we have planned a perfect crime. The human heart, which is the mind, heart and mind, are a mystery, man. Read that last one. We have planned a perfect crime. So they planning what they think is a perfect crime. And the human heart and the mind are a mystery. And that goes to the deep thoughts that they think of, man, relating to their mental endeavors, relating to what they want to do, man. But God shoot his arrow at them, and suddenly they are wounded. He will destroy them because of their words, man. So their words, that goes there, their own words are going to be pretty much used against them, man, in a matter of speaking. He will destroy them because of their words. All who can see them will shake their heads, man. Yeah, I just read that. So their words are going to be used against them. Ultimately, their words are going to be used to reveal their true intent, man. Whether they try to not really say it or not, or directly or indirectly. So that's what that is. I read the number 8. And yeah. And that was just a few scriptures relating to that. Talking about that video with the chemical cloud relating to in Westlake, I believe, in Louisiana. Hope this helps in some way. We'll give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahshua B'Shem Rakakadash. This is Zayah Wolf. Shalom.